cherubim of the highest order, welcome in. I felt like doing a reading, so I'm going to relax into it and see what is coming through on the airwaves. If you're new here, we have a tendency towards creating our own reality. All are welcome. I just ask that you come with your heart chakra radiantly activated, as that's who I aim my readings at. And I like to just literally look into the airwaves and see whatever comes out. I'm gathering that, you know, the title appealed to you. I've got no idea what that's going to be right now, but we're going to see what's coming out. I like doing a tarot lottery and allowing the divine to use me as a channel to get messages through for whoever needs it the most. So I'm just going to shuffle until I'm advised that the cards have been mixed in the proper way. Okay, they're telling me 3 of these. So there's 1. 2. And 3. Okay, let's go. I just saw the 4 of Pentacles and the Chariot, so looks like some sort of victory is held in place by the universe for you. We've got the Empress with the Fool card, the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, hide that under there, the 8 of Wands, the Moon, the Hierophant, the 7 of Cups, and the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, 9 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, I'm definitely getting this sense that something has been solidified, that something is being held in place for you, and this will have to do with some sort of victory, some sort of pathway you've created. And you know that the pathway of the Chariot is always created through higher ideals, by holding firm to your own core convictions, some sort of inspiration that you've had, that, you know, you've had to be the number one supporter of. You know, I'm getting that most of the time with the Chariot, when you activate your higher self, the world doesn't necessarily think you're doing it right. So it requires you, as someone who's breaking out of the 3D patterns, to really believe in yourself. So that's the energy I'm getting here. Straight off the bat, I mean, you're in a wonderful position with the 8 of Wands and the Empress. Okay, you're creating from a very sovereign positioning, and I'm going to show you this because, you know, you see this throne here and the steps leading up to it. Beautiful tiles. This is an ancient Persian deck called the Tarot of the 1001 Nights, and they're telling me, you know, there's something you've waited a long time for. I'm hearing Nelly Furtado, that song Shit on the Radio, which goes, I've waited a long time for this. Okay, like this is something that you had to have the courage in your convictions to uphold. And I'm getting, okay, they're showing me a door opening now with the Fool card. I feel like, you know, you're being released from some sort of situation. This is almost like a door opening and butterflies flying out of the door, and you know, I feel like they're representing your soul, your multi-dimensional soul flying free, being able to, you know, really find relief. They're showing me a hammock. So I feel like you're heading into, or have just sort of opened the doorway into, a really lovely relaxed lifestyle. And they're giving me, it's like a holiday lifestyle where, you know, you've done something here that is enabling you to really be who you truly are and live every day like it's a holiday, which is essentially what escaping from a 3D mindset feels like. And it requires us to choose that, to choose the higher mindset over and over again. So I feel like you've done that. They're pulling me to the Ace of Swords and sort of telling me that you could picture the Ace of Swords as being the knife that cuts open a portal into another doorway. And again, this is all happening via the mind. Remember, we only exist in our own consciousness. So there's something you've been very diligent with that, you know, I don't feel like you were always sure how it was going to go, because we've got the Moon in the positioning of the higher self, which would suggest to me that you've put a lot of emphasis and faith in your intuition. They're telling me you've been waiting for the sunset. You've been waiting to see evidence that, you know, you made the correct decision, you know, a little while back, whenever this might be for you. And that now the door is creaking open, and, you know, I feel like you're going to have this beautiful sense of release and a beautiful sense of clarity. I feel like you've been working through confusion here. Working through illusion and confusion, and, you know, doing the best you can with what you've got. And I'm getting that you've really sharpened your intuition through all of this that's going on. They're pulling me to this Eight of Wands. They want me to show you the liberation of the females on this card, okay? I didn't see this when they were giving me the door opening and the soul being, you know, released into a new realm of possibility. But I feel like there's this real sense of flying, a real sense of freedom here. And this is because you've held your positioning with the Empress. And it's not an easy frequency to hold, okay? It's, you know, especially if I'm speaking to a female, I know how the world comes at you when you are a yin realm creature, a woman. You know, the world comes at you, and we do pull in energies, and we are the receivers of energy. So to hold your ground and to keep yourself protected, and also maintain the frequency and the signal of the Empress, it takes some doing and it takes some strength, okay? And tarot is not to be messed with. There are a lot of people who want to think that they're all empresses and emperors and high priests and high priestesses, and the universe will you know, continue to remind them of their true positionings. But this is you genuinely holding your positioning in strength and honor and dignity, okay? I can feel the energy on this. You could actually be a parent. You don't have to be, but I can certainly feel the weight of your positioning and the way you've had to really protect yourself. That's coming through very powerfully here. And I feel like, you know, with the King of Pentacles coming out on the table, there's some sort of reward coming in. The universe loves someone who can hold their sovereign positioning and continue to respect and love themselves regardless of what the world throws at them. So I feel like you're someone that's been tested quite a lot. I really do. And I feel like now you're going to see that chink of light start to flow through. They're showing you like the curtains opening, a door opening, and of course the sword cutting through. They're showing me fabric. You know when there's fabric in a doorway and someone cuts through it? I don't know. We have that sort of thing on game shows and stuff, don't we? But this is almost like you moving through after a huge trial, a huge kind of test. And it could have felt like that sometimes. You could have felt like you were on some sort of candid camera game show with the way people have behaved to you. I'm hearing the word disrespect. So, you know, I feel like people have, you know, tested you in your life in ways that you almost couldn't believe, you know, like, wow, did you really just say that? Like, wow, you know, I could barely get my word out then because I was literally feeling the energy of you being so taken aback by the insanity of human beings. But they want me to let you know that a lot of the people who've tested you, it shocks you because you expect a human nature from them. But actually a lot of them are robotic because they're narcissistic and, you know, they didn't fulfill their spiritual duty and stay in the frequency of love. So they want you to know that, you know, it's not as freaky as it seems when you realize that they're a robotic type humanoids. Not that they're metallic, okay? Not that they're made of metal, but they do have blueprints that just go round and round and round like the snake eating its own tail. Whereas you, my darling, are blossoming Empress energy, constantly expanding your consciousness, constantly, you know, moving your mind and your soul in new directions and soaking up so much data for the realm, okay? The more data you soak up from the non-physical, the more powerful you become. So they want me to tell you that and to maybe help you get aligned in your consciousness, because I feel like there are certain things that have happened to you in life that have made you feel particularly confused. So hopefully me letting you know that there are, you know, negative polarity beings on the earth who don't have their heart chakra activated and literally they work on a robotic, repetitive level. Hopefully that will sink into the subconscious mind and give you some sort of relief when it comes to the journey you've been on. Let's have a look at this Fool card. I feel like you really deserve this fresh start. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Again, I'm hearing you've waited a long time for this. And, you know, I feel like you've got a lot of energy that you wanted to move forward with at various points in your life. And maybe you found that something was stopping you, or the opportunity hadn't presented itself. So I feel like you've been very, very patient, waiting for this fresh start. And they're pulling me to the 0 on the Fool card, like this is infinity. They want you to claim your immortal nature. And, you know, this is a message for somebody out there. They want you to allow the past to dissolve. Allow it to dissolve, not for anybody else's sake, but for your sake. They want you to refresh your mind and allow yourself. They want me to tell you to close your eyes in this now moment, to look into the space behind your eyes and realize and absorb the fact that this is an endless now moment, and that this is your fresh start. So you can write that in the comments. This is my fresh start. I live in an endless now moment. My consciousness is immortal, and I have earned this fresh start. Here's the Chariot card that I saw when I was looking at the cards as I was shuffling. So this is your victory here for following your heart, for not letting the craziness of the world, you know, dim your light, you know, and to allow the flame to continue to burn in that beautiful heart of yours. So I feel like this is an end to any setbacks, or what's that phrase? They're giving me a phrase here where they pulled back the stops or something like that. All the stops have been taken off. Someone in the comments let me know. I'll figure it out. It'll come to me in a second, but it's getting a bit garbled on the airwaves. Pulling out all the stops. I think that's the one I'm going for. Okay, it's like the universe is now removing obstacles. Okay, I'm hearing that song. I can see clearly now the rain is gone and the Ace of Swords. So I feel like you've really cleared something out energetically. And this will be because of your own beautiful work that you've done. And they're telling me this is the power you have to keep refocusing and refocusing, and to pull your mind and your focus away from those things that, you know, have tested you. You know, we all have traumatic things happen, and we all have really spooky things happen and creepy things happen. And we can choose to cognitively dissonate, although that's not really a choice. It's just sort of a survival function that many people have. You're not one of these people. You know, you can fully absorb the energy of the situations that happen around you, which is why they're so proud of the fact that you still manage to refocus without having to completely deny that something happened. Or, you know, your mind doesn't just dissonate. You absorb the energy, but you've still got this capacity to take the juice from the experience and learn those lessons and feel into those energies while still keeping yourself on a high frequency. So they're very pleased with that. The Empress with the star is just magnanimous. Okay, so they're telling me you've got a wonderful role to play here on Earth. All right, and now it is your time to shine. We've got the King of Pentacles with the 9 of Wands. Do you know what? I feel like this could be an ally coming in. This could be a non-physical ally or a physical soul group member. But I really feel like the universe is sending you in a friend or a lover or a partner or somebody to give you this bodyguard type energy, okay? Again, this could be, you know, an energy that's working with you non-physically. It'll be different for whoever is listening to this and whoever resonates with it. But be aware that there could most definitely be a physical person moving onto your timeline. We've got the Ace of Swords with the Tower. So what I'm getting here is that the universe is taking care of the past for you, okay? Your job here is to escape the tower with the knowledge you've gained, the clarity, okay? There's something about emotions here where, you know, something could have been so confusing for you that it almost threatens to maybe engulf you with emotions. So they want you to keep your head clear, okay? Put the emotions in the potion bottles where they belong and keep a cork in that potion bottle. They do not want you allowing any feelings of grief or sorrow to take over your consciousness, because it's important, for some reason it's important that you keep your mind clear and you escape the tower, okay, you'll know what this means to you. And this is how you're going to start lifting your wings, remembering that you've got your wings, and lifting your feet off of the ground, okay, with the Eight of Wands, and flowing in a new direction. It's all about that focus. Where we focus our energy flows. So they want you to really clearly focus your energy to wherever feels best for you, you know, and not look too far back into the past. Yeah, we've got the Lovers here. So I definitely feel like for a lot of you, this could be a real physical, and I'm getting this vibe of this, you know, lovely energy. Okay, this is a sort of alpha kind of energy, and by alpha I mean someone with honor, respect and devotion. You know, I always say that on The Walking Dead we saw a beautiful example of an alpha male in little Glenn, the way Glenn had the honor and the courage and the devotion and the loyalty to his pack. So when I say alpha, I'm not saying it in some cheap, tacky, surfacey, flesh-based way. It's all about that honor. But this one, I feel like, you know, King of Pentacles energy, I feel like there's quite a burly one potentially coming in for you here with the Lovers. And the Eight of Wands is known as the falling in love card. So it's almost like, you know, you're starting this new chapter and heading off, like I said, waiting for the sunset. It's almost like someone has got this opportunity to head off into the sunset here, all right? The thought's gone. It'll come back to me. This is really about your choices, the choices that you make at the moment. Temperance, many options, okay? You've been given an array of intuitive ingredients here with the Moon card, and they want to know how you're going to deal with this. They want to know, are you going to let the emotions take over you, or are you going to use the best emotions you have as super food for your soul to fuel yourself up in this vessel to get onto the pathway you need to be on, to escape the rubble. Okay, so let me know in the comments if you feel comfortable doing so, what this means to you, because they're just giving it to me quite cryptically, because they don't want me giving you all the answers. They want to know what you're gonna do with the ingredients, okay? And this is gonna sound harsh, don't shoot the messenger. They want to know if you're going to go the pathway, the Matrix pathway, of falling into victimhood, of, you know, believing that the world has done something to you and that, you know, it's all doom and gloom, or are you going to take the cream of the crop of your emotions and use the essence, the best energy you can muster up in your being to alchemize yourself in the right direction? Okay, I hope that's making sense. They want to know. So I feel like this is because you are chosen or selected somehow. They expect you to be able to remember your protocol, all right? They expect you to be able to remember who you are as an immortal being, which is why they're giving it to you quite blunt through me right now, okay? They know who you are, and they're saying, you know who you are. We want to see if, you know, you can do this. So this is going to vary for each person, but they want you to get clear on yourself. They want you to be clear on where you belong and where you don't belong. We've got the Hierophant here, the Venerable Man. So I'm getting that there is a group that you represent. Okay, we've got the Ten of Swords here coming out on top. Show me. It seems to me some sort of betrayal. It kind of gave you an option to remember who you are or to forget who you are. And through this soul group, or this sort of, it sounds a bit crazy to say elite level unit, but this is a very niche group, let's say that. And you've been doing certain missions together for a long time, okay, dipping into one life, bringing back the loot, dipping into another life, bringing back the loot to the soul group, to the etheric home base. And they want to remind you, this isn't home, okay? Earth is temporary for us, although we can dip back in you know, different vessels, different lifetimes, different movies if you like. But they want you to remember where your true home is and who you truly represent, okay? Saying, remember you're a soldier, remember you're a warrior. Ace of Cups, there we go. So if you can zone back into this energy of your soul group, that's where the true elixir lies. It's like a key that can get you out of any timeline. Okay, using this potion, this Ace of Cups, it's almost like, I wish I had better words for this. It's like if you were a hacker and you had a special key that could zap you out of any kind of game room you got stuck in. You know, they want you to come back home, to zone back in to the family energy and remember who you are. Okay, they're showing me mushrooms. Let me know if that means anything to you. And other things, other green things. Okay, so yeah, not suggesting that to anyone, but there are certain keys they want you to remember to zone your consciousness back into the right lens so that you can feel like yourself again. Let's have a look at this Seven of Cups, the Fool card again. So this is all about you choosing to come out of the confusion, and they want you in your strongest energy, because I just saw the Strength card flipping out there, saying this planet for you is work. Okay, Starseed, Lightworker, Chosen One, okay, Warrior, Soldier. They're saying this planet for you is work. And if you could see the world that you've built up with your teammates, you would chuckle. You would absolutely chuckle, because, you know, we all get pulled into the illusion in the 3D. And me, I'm a real emotional one. Okay. So they're saying you would chuckle if you could see how emotional you've become about things that actually mean nothing to you when you go back home. Victory here with the Six of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, your team really love you, okay? And this is you breaking free out of any stagnation and remembering who you are. So I feel like this is an activational reading to remind you who you are, to remind you of your immortal nature, and for you to use this key here, okay? They're telling me Trojan horse, okay? Like you could be some sort of a sleeper agent, or you're someone who's been placed here to pull back information and to send information via your psyche back to, you know, your etheric home on the other side. So they want you to be very clear about that. And they're saying let the situations, let the 3D storylines go. You have to remember who you are and let them crumble. But again, this will be different for all of you. There's something here that you've got to work through with the Moon card energy. And it's an emotional thing, okay? So they want you to sort of come through the labyrinth of emotion, find the key, find the chink of light, and take this fresh, beautiful pathway. Take all your loot back home. Symbolically, they want you to understand that you are here to basically sift for value. You know, you want to see what beautiful things there are to build the next world with, okay? So interesting reading, but they really want me to, you know, ascertain. They see your strength and they see how wonderful you are. I feel like this is you being pulled out. I don't want to say pulled out of the matrix, that sounds so cheesy, but they want you to, they want to pull you out and wake you up out of some sort of situation that they're telling me it was beneath you anyway. So I don't know if this was some sort of karmic situation, but your soul group are very proud of you and they want you to zone back in with their energy. They're saying even if you feel like it's all just imagination, even if you feel a bit silly, maybe meditating and asking for your soul group's energy to join you, they want you to give it a shot, okay? Let yourself feel childish, let yourself feel silly. Imagination is the key to everything, okay? So let's have a look what's coming out in the trinkets. Yeah, we've got the peace symbol here. Oh, that was another one, almost came out. We've got the tortoise, the turtle. Okay, so again, the turtle is akashically, or, you know, very symbolic of collecting data, okay, and taking it on, because they're old, aren't they? They live a long time, don't they, turtles? So, you know, I feel like you've been doing this quite a long time. We've got this ribbon of purity here, okay, and it's slightly unraveled, okay, so they want you to tighten yourself back up again psychologically and remember who you are. So this is a very finely honed group of souls that you are connected with, and they want you to truly remember who you are and find that inner peace again. We've got the letter N. Ooh, ooh. And another N. How funny. So this could be about your North Node, okay? We've got the mittens, being gentle with yourself, okay? Someone wants you to have a nice, good, home-cooked meal. All right, but there's an NN that's very significant. And they're telling me no as a complete sentence, so that could be very, you know, that could be helpful for you somehow. We've got the number 3, you know, showing me that you've fulfilled the Trinity in previous lives, the devotion, the honor, the respect. And they want you to remember who you're truly devoted to and who you truly, truly love. We've got the camera here. So I feel like you are someone who captures energy. And I feel like that's why you feel things quite deeply. And the depth of your feeling is not for nothing. It's also that you can capture the artistry of life on earth and take back what is valuable to your real home. Okay, let's have a look. What else? The measuring jug. Okay, again, they want you to cook yourself something new or something nice. Okay, and we've got a letter S here. I'm hearing super. Yeah, okay, so this is, you know, my symbol for ancient scrolls. Okay, so the ancient scrolls could mean something to you. We've got the letter U. And the letter F. And you know what, I've just realized we've got the word sun here, sun, and we had the sunset coming up earlier. Okay, we've got FN, and I'm getting for now, for now. Something we'll have to do for now. Okay, we've got the letter J here. We want 2 more. Okay, we've got the Hamza hand, the symbol of power, strength, and protection. Your soul group are strong. They're so strongly connected to you. And we've got best friends. There we go. So I feel like this is connected to this King of Pentacles energy. This is either someone who is like your spirit guide, who is like literally, I'm trying to think of an example from a movie or something. This person has prowess. This person is like someone off of the X-Men or someone, you know, from a Bond movie, but they're on your team. You understand, this person is amazingly protective, a bodyguard energy, someone who's very, you know, well trained. They could have had a lot of lives living, you know, the sort of stories where they had to be KGB or they had to, you know, be elite military kind of operative, an elite military kind of person. All right, but they're very nurturing and tender and protective of you. So they want you to zone into that energy. And I'm going to get one more to finish up. Okay, we've got the elephant here. Lots of wisdom, okay, and this strong, steely, maybe not the right word, but there's this lovely weight to the elephant. They move at their own pace and they move very gracefully. And they can move through any obstacle with grace and wisdom. Okay, so I feel like you're a very old soul. I'm hearing the phrase, you're not going anywhere, or we're not going anywhere. There's something very permanent about your soul group. So I feel like they're hoping this will chill you out, calm you down, and reactivate who you truly are, okay? Make sure you get yourself that nice home-cooked meal because someone's coming through quite strict. There could be a specific meal that it means a lot to you personally, okay, from an elder relative or someone you've known. So you might want to meditate on that if you don't know what that meal is, but they want you to look after yourself, okay, strict orders, and get prepared for this fresh start that's coming in. Reconnect with the love and claim your victory, okay? They're saying you know who you really are. You know who you really are. So that's what I've got for you, my love, okay? I hope this has helped somebody. And hit all the buttons. Let me know in the comments how this resonated. They want me to remind you sun, 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 and the sunset. Okay, it's available to you, angel. And I'll see you again. Lots of love.